National Alliance on Mental Health, 1 in 6 U.S. youth aged 6 through 17 experience a mental health disorder each year. Additionally, 50% of all lifetime mental illness begins by age 14 and 75% by age 24. These numbers are staggering, and they underscore the importance of the work our schools do to support students and scholars. Our students are asked to show up daily and be their best selves academically, while many grapple with the impact of untreated trauma. We let our students and scholars know it's okay to not be okay, or to feel anxious or uneasy about something. We encourage them to lean into those feelings and empower them to seek support. We know this will help create a path towards healing. For me, my mental health looks like finding peace and comfort and going for a run in my community, or taking a long walk with my family on one of the new trails we recently discovered during these crazy pandemic times. These have personally helped me decompress and stay balanced.
My mental health looks like finding my inner joy and doing things that make me happy and that bring my soul joy. It's important to prioritize your mental health because mental health is important for protecting your peace, protecting your energy, and making sure that you can perform at your highest level each day.
To me, it looks like being in such a way that we know that we are loved and valuable enough to love and to be loved. To know that we can heal from past trauma, from toxic emotions and emotional pain and trauma from the past, and to also know that there's nothing that we can do to erase history. History's happened already. So we can release that and we can move through a framework of healing and we can move to a place of joy. Resilience is great, but being able to endure the trauma, but knowing the destination is joy. And people always told me my whole life that misery loves company, but no, joy is a much better friend, so pick joy.
My mental health looks like being able to manage everyday life challenges in the best way that I can. And I can do that when I am well and collected, when I have nurtured my mind, my body, and my spirit, when I'm able to take a pause to respond instead of react. All of our wellness is dependent upon how we nurture ourselves and how we're able to practice our skills and coping skills when life difficulties come our way. So for me, what that looks like is creating space between what I love to do, which is work, and the other things that are part of my life, which is my family, spending time with friends, being able to do the hobbies that I love and nurture me, like going out on walks when it's nice out, reading, journaling, and we can all build in moments of wellness every single day by what I call sprinkling self-care throughout the day. Small moments that are just for you, that can help you connect with the present moment, with what we're seeing around us, what we're hearing around us. So access to mental health is within all of us. We just have to practice and create a space to give all the attention that we can to our mental health, because our mental health is just as important as our physical health. There's no mental health, there's no health without mental health.
My mental health looks like being active and making sure that I am connected to therapeutic resources. I have a therapist. I also make sure I dial into my spirituality, which is a firm basis for my mental health. Mental health is important, especially for Black people, because we carry so much in our genes, we carry so much power in our bloodline. And a lot of times we come from generations of people who didn't necessarily seek out help. So it is our duty to ourselves, to our ancestors, and to the ones that we are connected to our children and to the future, to make sure we are well in all kinds of ways. Be that accessing joy, be that laughter, be that loving on ourselves and each other, or be that just being still.
My mental health looks like eating healthy and delicious food. I mean, 3 meals a day and a snack in between. It gives me energy, it nourishes my body, and it affirms my body. It lets my body know that I love you and I need you, and therefore I need you to function. Mental health impacts my spiritual and physical health.
Mental health looks like spending time with family, listening to music, cooking, dancing, and self-care. So, what I'd like to do is be able to spend time with my family when I can, either by telephone or in person. Hugs, laughter, lots and lots of laughter, reminiscing, and even during that time, listening to music, reminiscing about songs or dances that we did back in the day, music that moves our soul, music that caused us to move our bodies. We would laugh and talk about different songs and childhood memories. And so spending time with family is a form of mental health for me. One of the things that I really enjoy doing is cooking and taking time for my own self-care, which looks like a manicure or a pedicure or both every 2 weeks. I'm committed to that, and it makes me feel better.
Mental health looks like golf on a Saturday morning, bowling on a Sunday night, traveling, spending time with my kids, playing baseball, playing softball, and just being around those who genuinely care and love me in order to, fight the stigma of what mental health is. And it's a real serious situation. I try to indulge my things that is just going to make me happy, whether it's cooking, whether it's writing, whether it's just walking or going to the gym. And my mental health looks like things that are going to keep my mind from wandering, to negative thoughts or negative things that comes with being a Black male or just being black in general, being a Black father, being a Black person, period. And mental health is important because you never know what somebody is going through. Like, people smile, the ones that smile the most and the ones that are always happy and happy-go-lucky usually have some battles that they're fighting, and sometimes they're fighting those battles alone. So mental health awareness is important. And, personally, I've lost 3 people in the last 7 years to mental illness, and it's a very serious thing.
My mental health looks like spending time with friends and those I'm close with, going on hikes with my family and my dog. I love her going on adventures, and also cooking. So taking the time to do that because I enjoy the prepping, but also feeding my body and giving it the nutrients that it needs. Why mental health is important? Because your mental state is just as important as your physical state. You would take care and get help if your body was breaking down, so you should be doing the same for your mental health if it's in a state of disarray.
When I think about mental health, the first thing that comes to mind is a self-care routine. And for me, that looks like being able to have time to myself that's outside of work, where it's just me and I have a quiet space to think. I own several journals for different parts of my life, personal, school, professional, but the most important one is my personal, because when I leave my job, I think it's really good to disconnect and leave everything at work and go home and focus on me. I think that helps me become a better professional. Outside of journaling, I really like to hike. I like to read. I like to plant. I'm a plant mom. I have plenty of them. So if anyone needs advice, I got you. And I think that definitely spending time with family and friends is essential to just be able to feel supported, but also to vent, and not in terms of work, but just about how I'm feeling about myself and my growth, and just knowing that I can lean on somebody. And with that, I think as professionals, we give so much to other people that we forget, and not intentionally, but oftentimes we neglect the importance of how much self-care means, but our mental health. And so it's important for us to put ourselves first. Although we give so much, we can't give if the cup is half empty, or even if there's nothing left to give, because at the end of the day, it leads to burnout. It leads to feeling like you're just doing it to do it and not because you love to do it. So I think that everyone overall should take time to do for themselves and put time aside to take care of their mental health.